Hello, guys. Welcome to Smoke Show. Here we have Erica Dawson.
Hi.
She's an actress, comedian, singer. She does it all.
Hey, I'm a triple threat, motherfuckers.
I'm screaming.
I'm so happy to be here. I was telling Camille I have popped edibles about an hour ago, and they hit right when I was clunking up those stairs, baby.
I took a little bit of shrooms, so I'm here with you. We're in this together.
We are.
This episode.
Oh my God. I was actually thinking about maybe taking a little bit of shrooms later, but just very micro.
I have some here. You can have some.
We're just
No
like
worries.
drugs. So lovely.
Yeah. So where are you from?
I am from San Diego originally. Very like skater bro, like surfer vibes. That's why I talk like this.
I'm dead. I love San Diego. I was there for Comic-Con recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you feel safe in Comic-Con, or did you feel like scared? You like have anxiety with crowds?
It was anxiety ridden because there's just so many people. It was crazy.
Was that your first time there?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. I've only been one time, and I was like, oh my God, I hate crowds. And this is me finding out right now.
Yeah, I've never been in a situation like that. I've never been to Coachella or
Yeah.
any music festival or anything like that. So that was crazy.
Yeah, if you haven't gone to Comic-Con, I don't know if they did this year, but they usually have like people like directing people traffic.
Yeah.
And like they have like,
No, they did.
like little like plastic kind of gates that they're like, no, you cannot cross. Now you shall pass. And like,
Yeah.
they do it in those accents too, because it's Comic-Con. They're getting
Some of my
freaking-
friends like didn't actually like have Comic-Con like tickets, and I found that out like as we were like walking back to Comic-Con because like I went like outside the venue to get food, and they tried to follow me in, and those people were like, "Stop!"
Oh my God. You were going to start some drama. Those people
I did not know.
they have cameras everywhere. Comic-Con is intense.
Yeah, I actually did accidentally get in there for free when I first arrived.
Flex.
But
Flex.
but like I immediately left because I was like, someone's gonna like out me immediately because they're
Yeah.
so intense.
I'm glad you got yourself out of there.
Yeah, and also I did have a pass, so I was like, I need to find how they use the pass.
Yeah.
So this episode we're talking about edibles.
Yeah.
And we have some edibles here. We have like my favorite edibles. They're like in a tea. It's basically green tea. Unfortunately, you can't try it because you're allergic to spearmint.
Stupid.
I don't want you to die.
I'm stupid. I ruined it. I'm just
No,
kidding.
not at all.
I will just turn into the Michelin Man, like pillow face.
I'm dead.
Don't die. I'm gonna kill her.
Pillow face.
That's the next horror film.
And then we have Breeze tablets. These are both our faves. This is actually what you took before.
Yeah.
You took the hybrid version. And this is like the hybrid version. It's in the purple package, which I'm jealous of. I'm going to take one of the indica ones.
Ooh la la.
And these are about 20 mg, which I think is pretty respectable.
I agree. And to be honest, if you're like a real stoner, it's hard to find high intensity edibles
Breeze.
like this. And before I found Breeze, this is not a commercial for Breeze. We just really love them. This is
Yeah.
like convenient and great. Before I found Breeze, I found this syrup called cannabis.
Ew.
And it was like the most sugary thing I've ever had. And like the whole thing was 1,000 milligrams.
It was meant for purple drink.
Yeah, it was. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like mixing it in LaCroix, whatever the fuck. And it was like so sweet. And I was like, this is disgusting. And then I found these. I love to take Breeze, the hybrid ones. I took 80 milligrams an hour ago.
So that's 4 tablets.
That's 4.
I've never taken that many Breeze tablets. I think my limit was like 3.
Okay.
Which is like 60. But I should just try. I have taken, like, they have 100 milligram ones, and I've taken one of those.
Yeah.
And that was super intense.
Yes. I save that for when I'm like really sick. I mean, I just took 80 milligrams, so who am I fooling? But I did stop. I used to smoke every single day from like 2010, 11 until literally September 2nd, 2022. Like I smoked every single day, and I love singing. I love being on a microphone. I love voiceover. And I was like, dude, and I had the worst allergies ever. So I was like, I should probably not be taking in all the smoke. No shade, no shame. I just, with my personal body and my life, I was like, why don't we try to transition to edibles? And so in the last month, I've been really reliant on these. And I know like at night, my main kind of dosage is like 3 and I'm like chilling. So I was like, let's take 4.
Yes.
Silly billies.
I'm dead. I like started out like taking Breeze, the spray. Like they had like a breath spray.
Ooh.
And so like every spray is like 10 mg. So that's how I got into edibles, because I agree, like edibles were like low key disgusting. They were like too much like food with the edible, and Breeze tablet makes it like it's like very little taste or no taste at all.
Yeah.
These are like more traditional. These are chocolate covered peanuts. I feel like these are kind of promising. There's 20 pieces at 20 mg.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try one of these with my coffee.
I'm gonna try one of these with my mouth.
100. Yeah, we're not 100 for her.
Yeah.
For me, this is gonna be 40 and over the shrooms.
Yeah. You took shrooms. That is like, I feel like we're kind of on the same level.
Definitely.
Some fucked up Alice in Wonderland universe.
I'm dead. Yeah, I'm the evil queen lady. So tell us about your career.
Oh, my career. It's very, very interesting. So I started out, I went to acting school.
Oh, wow.
Up in Valencia, Santa Clarita, up near Six Flags. Got my degree as a carny. I'm just kidding.
I'm dead. I wish I was in the circus. That'd be cool.
No, you don't. It's a dark life, doll. You don't want to be there. But I actually went to Cal Arts, which is just like in that area. I got my BFA in acting. It was very serious, very like dramatic, but also weird as fuck. And that is the place where I became a stoner because like drugs are heavily encouraged. They're just abundant. It's a clothing optional school.
Yes.
So people are naked. There's a pool. There's like, you know, it's just...
What do you mean
vibe.
a clothing? You're kidding, right?
I am absolutely not kidding. Cal Arts has a naked band called the Naked Gamelan. It's like a Southeast instrument, I believe, the gamelan. I'm waking at someone to Google it. And it's like ding diddling ding ding diddling ding ding diddling.
Is that like a Hare Krishna instrument?
Possibly.
I'm
not sure about that.
Wild.
But yeah, so we would have an Indonesian instrument. So yeah.
And they were naked playing
and everyone's naked playing it. Yeah. So they would come out at parties, like the big Halloween parties and stuff like that. But they just like pop around. But yeah, it was a wild place. So like to just be smoking weed every day was like the norm, like was very tame.
If I was allowed to be nude in college, I'd be pregnant. I'd be Octomom. Are you kidding me?
Dude, it was very fun. But then it's also nice to like I was like 18 right out of high school when I went there. And there's a lot of people of different ages that go to that school, but it was nice to like have like body positivity. And this was like in like 2010, 2011, a little before
Didn't
that.
exist. It wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool. And like it just really opened up my world, because San Diego is a big city, but it's also a very like conservative, like beach town. I don't know. There's like a lot of privilege there. So yeah, I felt like I finally found like my weirdos, you know?
You lived life for the first time.
Yeah. And like embraced myself and like other stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Including weed.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I started smoking weed when I was like 15, way too young.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But to each their own. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe you probably really needed it at that time in your life. Like
I did.
Would have gone off the rails, and part of me knew that, you know? What got you to like start smoking weed?
Oh, I was just like hanging out with people that smoked weed, and I wanted to. Like I always wanted to. I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
And like my family is like very conservative Jamaican, so like usually when you think of Jamaicans, you think of cannabis. But my family was like almost like Jamaican Republican, so they were like anti-weed. But now weed is legal in America. I mean, not in America, but in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, basically, like, they were, like, always, like, anti-weed, but I always knew I was going to smoke it. And I would, like, look at people that smoked weed that I admired, and I'd be like, oh, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just like smoked weed. I just knew it was always gonna be something that, and like also I'm like a heavily researching person. Like I research everything I do, and I was like, if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna smoke weed. I was never really into drinking or anything else.
Right.
But yeah,
Poison.
weed is where it's at. Yeah, alcohol is literally poison.
I am like a alcohol kind of intolerant person. Once I hit 26, I'm 30 now, but like 26, all downhill. I could not deal with hangovers and drinking, but weed, I don't feel like out of control. Maybe if I took 150 milligrams.
100%. You would just fall asleep.
Yeah, I would just be like, pancakes, bed. Like, that's what I would do.
I've taken too much cannabis before and I fell asleep.
Yeah. I've definitely panicked from having too much, like too many edibles. But that was also when I was really young, a newer stoner, like, was a much more lightweight. Like I've got years on me now.
I'm crying. Do you perform comedy while stoned? Does it help you like relax?
I'm going to tonight. That's for sure. I'm running a show called Songs and Sillies, shameless plug, and I'm having my first one tonight, and I'm doing this.
When does it happen?
So the first one today is October 9th, but you'll come to the next one maybe in November. It's at Silver Lake Lounge, and hopefully next month it'll be on a Saturday.
Do you have a page that they can see, like keep up with it?
You can just keep up with it via my personal Instagram. I guess I'm just plugging now at Lady Erica Dawson. This will be there later too, but yeah, follow me for all show updates and fun stuff. Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited to do the show. I don't usually perform high. Sometimes I will have like smoked during the day and kind of have like a residual high. That's kind of what I'm banking on now.
I'm dead.
Yeah. But I have done like a weed show before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like
that sounds so much fun.
It was very fun. Have you done a weed show before?
No, I've never, like, I've heard of them, like, where, like, people, like, the comedians have to get super stoned and then do their sets, and they're always just, like, fucking out of it.
You know what? So, what's something about me and, like, why I gravitate towards weed is because naturally I'm, like, very anxious. Like, I kind of have, like, a personality of a Coke addict. That's why I need weed.
I'm crying.
It calms me down. And sometimes, like, if I'm a little anxious, I'll be, like, talking too fast. And, like, blah, blah, blah. And I saw the footage. Someone taped the weed show. And I saw the footage, and I was like, I'm going at, like, such a good pace, and I seem so confident. And I was like, maybe a little weed during the day. Like, I don't need to be, like, rippity wrecked. But, a little weed definitely puts me at ease.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
For me, it, like, sort of, sometimes it fucks with my timing. But, like, now I feel like I'm used to it because, like, I'm a comedy writer and I write on a show. And so, like, I'll pitch jokes stoned. So now I'm used to it.
Yeah.
But, like, at first, like, I would do improv stoned and I'd be like, yes.
Oof.
And
who are you to me? Improv is scarier because you like have to kind of like be in multiple worlds and remember stuff, and that would like get me out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, jokes. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, comedic timing is important. So like I definitely think it's something you have to work towards. Like you just can't like come out the gate being like good at stand up or like improv or like any form of comedy while stoned.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love that. Yeah, because weed for me, I operate as a highly anxious person. Like, I'll be the first one to say it. I'm mentally ill. I am mentally ill, and I am dealing with it. You deal with it too.
Dealing with it.
I go to therapy, but I've also
better than me.
Hey, to each their own. And weed has helped me to like, instead of taking things so seriously, and it's like, we do comedy. We're trying to like bring the goofs and the gigs. Like relax. I just feel weed helps me be like, not everything is such a big deal. Like, let's just have some fun because we just need a lot more fun happening in the world.
Literally. So what are you working on right now?
So right now, I am currently working on my one woman show.
Ooh.
Yeah, one woman show.
I feel like you would eat a one woman show.
Thank you. Thank you. And why I'm like, I also plan on literally eating in the one woman show. That seems like a weird segue.
Like what?
So I also have done in the past. I really love to cook and I love food. And I did my own little comedy cooking web series called Kooky Cookin'.
Ooh, that's cool. Check that out.
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, it's all out there. So it's very fun. But I just decided that. So I've done a lot of like stand up and I've done a lot of like musical comedy and I've put them in the same place. I'm also an actor and like I love cooking and I'm like, I want to do all of this weird stuff like in one place and in a live theatrical setting. I love connecting with people. I love being in real life. And during the pandemic, I had a lot of time to be like, oh my God, that is like one of my funny bone is gone. You know, like I didn't get to work. My funny bone. I felt like a little part of me died when I couldn't perform for a while. And so anyway, I've just been wanting to do this one woman show for a long time. And I feel like as women comedians in this industry, it's so important for us to like, what box are you? Like, can you check one box? And I'm like, fuck you. I got
Sluts.
40 boxes. Slut is one of them. And like funny slut, like silly slut, you know, like I am all of these things and I want to do it all in one place, you know? So yeah, that is what I'm currently like in process with. And I also actually have an album that like of like serious songs coming out pretty soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Is it just like under your name or do you have like a persona for like your serious music?
It will be under my name.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I do think I'm gonna call my band because my hilarious drummer, Rick Rosario, shout out. He's a comedian and musician. He's performing with me tonight. But the other day he was like, well, what do we call ourselves? And I was like, well, I'm gonna release this under my name, you know? And he's like, yeah. He's like, we could call ourselves like Erica and the Dawsons. And I was like,
That's cool.
I love that. So maybe Erica and the Dawsons, you know? Just follow my shit. It'll be out. It'll be around. Yeah, yeah.
So what advice would you give to your like younger self, you know, coming up in comedy?
Oh God. Like start therapy earlier. Just for me, I mean, a lot of comedians, like we had rough childhoods, you know, like
I watched my dad die.
Yeah. I watched my stepdad die, you know, there's a lot of death. And a lot of
so many comedians have dead dads. Is crazy.
It's like a dead daddy, a dead mommy. It's so fucked up that makes me attracted to people. I'm like, oh my God, and he has a dead daddy. Anyway, and he's dealing with it.
I have dated a dude because we both had dead dads.
Trauma bonding.
That's what that's called? Oh.
Yeah.
I just thought that was love.
Well, also, being on the same level with someone of understanding is like important too. You know what I mean? Like I think it's important to have in a relationship. So yeah. But anyway, murky childhood. What would I say to my younger self? Yeah, I really just how my kind of shit manifested is when I was like 21, 22, when I got out of college and like I got an agent and I was starting to like, you know, get auditions, but it was the first time in my life I hadn't been in school and been in some really intense structure. And I felt like I was wandering and honestly, all of my childhood trauma just like, and I like lost my fucking shit. And I realized like, I really didn't love myself or believe or trust in myself. And it actually took improv to make me realize that I was like, shit, like, I have to actually trust myself and believe that I'm smart or else I'm gonna like not say shit on stage. You know, I'm just gonna, and that's the best way that I can also be like a team member and like also like in relationships and just with other people. Like I really need to do some work on myself. So yeah, long story long, I would say get in therapy, doll.
I'm dead. And what advice do you have for like people starting out, like, you know, with edibles, like, what should they do? Like you're sort of like you were with edibles too.
Yeah, take it really slow. Everybody body is different. And we were talking before this started about how some people who are like everyday like smoker stoners, they can take 5 milligrams of edibles and they get so high from it. So like you really don't know your like tolerance until you do it. So I say like start with 5 milligrams, wait an hour, unless it's fast acting and you know it's fast acting, but you have to wait an hour and a half, and then see if you're feeling it. And then if you're not, take more, but very slowly, and do it in a safe place. Be with safe people, or be alone with your dog or your cat. But like at night too, maybe, so you can go to sleep.
Yeah,
if it hits
start
too hard
off at night for sure. I want to know your favorite edible story, maybe like your craziest edible story.
Oh, great! This is perfect. It's very easy for me. So, in 2013, so this was like solid like 2.5, 3 years deep into being a smoker stoner, right? And also 2013, were you living in LA in 2013?
No.
Okay. What edibles and just like weed stores in LA have come a really long way in a very short amount of time.
That was when all the dispensaries were like trap houses, basically.
Dude,
right?
it was great, like crazy. And like they would say there was a dosage on a cookie, but you never really knew. And it was
I came in on the tail end of that. It was amazing. I miss it.
It was absolutely amazing.
I miss trap house dispensaries.
Very fun times. I got a lot of free stuff.
Yes, they were so great at giving you gifts to come back.
Yes.
But the raids were crazy.
Yeah. One time I actually got to, back in those days, I had a friend who worked at a dispensary. He was like, do you want to like make easy cash and like pick like the dead weed leaves in the back? And so I did that for a day, made like $120. We were like smoking the whole day.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was very fun. But then they started growing, like doing like harder drugs and like selling it back. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, long story long, let's get back to the story. So this is 2013. I was still very much a lightweight and I was not doing a lot of edibles. My boyfriend at the time came down because his sister, my best friend, really got into that family for a little bit. She was graduating. She was a year ahead of me at Cal Arts. So my then boyfriend at the time had brought down this edible that he had been given from someone.
Just
and
some
like,
random edible.
Yeah. He had like helped someone fix their car or something. Like, hey,
what?
Man, thank you so much. And he was living in the Bay Area, so this was like, weed. Anyway, he came down and I was like, it's graduation. Let's eat this fucking edible. Let's have a good time. But their parents were also there for like her graduation. And like, so I'm going to have to like see the family, right? So we take the edible and like we're at the ceremony and like, the naked band is there. Everything's happening, I'm not even joking, dude. And people would take so many drugs. So I'm like, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. And then all of a sudden I'm like, like it's like you feel like your head is a subwoofer and everything's like, and I was like, I just grabbed my boyfriend. I was like, I'm not okay. Yeah. And for hours, I was just dead silent at this very joyous celebration. Everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, just like pupils the size of the moon. And thank God the family had brought like meat and cheese. So I was just silently like woofing meat and cheese, which helped so much.
I'm dead.
So much. But then I got through the ceremony and then the real kicker, I'm still really high, right? And my friend Ezra goes, hey, who just graduated, goes, hey, can you be in the car with my parents and direct them to the Indian food restaurant that we're going to? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. So sorry. And so I literally I can't believe I did this. I got them to the restaurant somehow, like all of my angels and guides and dead people on the other side were with me that day because I got them to that restaurant. I was like, I just need to get to this Indian food place and woof down this food. And I could have taken a picture of water and been like, you know what I mean? Anyway, it was ridiculous. It turns out, yes, everyone knew I was high, but everyone was just like, was she okay? I just was like a mute girl, just like for 4 hours.
Mute girl.
A mute girl who eats.
I thought it was bad that I was on shrooms during my graduation. This is way better.
Oh my God. It was ridiculous.
I thought that
was it fun? Did you have a good time at your graduation on shrooms?
Yeah. But it was just like my entire extended family, they're very religious. And like, it was just like, if I told them I was on shrooms, they would have been like, she's on crack.
Will they ever do they see this ever?
No.
Oh.
My mom is 70 years old, does not know how to work YouTube.
That is incredible. That is really incredible.
Yeah, sometimes like my mom sees some of the like crazy art that I create, but she's just like, yeah, she's always been mischievous.
Yeah. And you're like, and it's still happening.
Yeah. So what's your social media again? How can people find you?
Yes, I am at Lady Erica Dawson on Instagram. Also on Twitter, same handle. If you want to do TikTok, I'm at Erica Dawson Lady.
I feel like your TikTok's good.
I feel like it's good too. But does TikTok think it's good?
Just keep doing it.
Once or twice. Exactly. I'm going to keep doing it, throwing spaghetti at the wall. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
This was so fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching Smoke Show. We'll see you next time.